Hello, what's up guys? Shalom, shalom, shalom. Whew, guys, I know it's been a while since I did these videos, but when I'm talking to you in person, well, from this video, not really much in person, but anyways, shalom to all my brothers and sisters that are scattered to the four corners of the earth. My brothers and sisters and everything. Shalom, shalom to you guys. Well, this happens to be another beautiful day that the Most High has made, and I will rejoice and be glad in. I tell you the truth, I will. I got some important things that I want to share with you guys, including the things that are coming up, the things, and also other things that are coming soon. In the works right now. It just takes time and patience, and also the things I want to show you that I have purchased, and I'm going to try to seek and make it my mission to purchase more of these great African American comics. I mean, I'm telling you, I'm going to do just that. But you guys, I got some very good news. So, as many of you all know from the last video that I had have joined with Swift Filings and applied for my business name and everything. I showed you guys that in the video, on the last video that I did, and it went out successful. It turned out to be very successful. And as far as the package and everything, it was very great. It was very great. And I also got one thing that I do want to show you guys. These wonderful comics that I had purchased. I believe it was last Saturday that I did these. But I had purchased these comics from the comic book store. So it happened to be in Memphis. I didn't know that there was a comic book store at Memphis, but hey, shout out to 901 Comics, because when I went there, it's like I felt like a child again. There was a lot of interesting things that I've seen in the comic book store, and that was actually my first time ever going, because I never even thought that a comic book store would be in Memphis. At least just one. I never thought about it, because mostly it'd be, in the big cities and things of that nature. So I wanted to show you some comic books that I have grabbed a hold on to, and you guys, I'm telling you, it's very great. This comic book right here, and it's called, of course, Black Panther. Let me just put it up closely so that you can see it. But yep, that's Black Panther, and this is, I believe this is issue number 1. Start making it my mission to collect more Black Panthers, and this one is another Black Panther. See there? And now this one is issue number 3, or book 3. And I haven't got book 2 yet because it wasn't there at the store at the time. But I'm pretty sure he probably got some more coming in. It just depends on what days they normally ship in those kind of comics and everything. And, yep, and I got, of course, Killmonger. I'm just zooming up so you can see it a little bit. But yep, this is Killmonger. And I believe this one explains the origins of Killmonger's life and everything, which is quite different than Black Panther, but I'm pretty sure it's very interesting, and these books were made by the author by the name of Ta-Nehisi Coates. Trying to pronounce his name correctly. And it was illustrated by Brian Steph Freeze. I mean, I'm telling you, Brian did a great job illustrating these comics right here. I mean, the artwork is just beautiful. I love it. I mean, that's what I want to learn how to do, illustrate and everything. That's really what I need to know how to do. Not so much as what I want to know, but what I need to know how to do. Because I understand there were other artists before me. So I admire that because they have paved the way for people like me and many others who are interested in the comic book business, and we're interested in the artwork of it, from the writing to the storyboards to the panels to everything, and I just feel that's where my heart is at, I do believe that that's where it's at. And now another book that I had purchased, now this was from online. Now this was from a brother who has a website where he sells his comic books and everything. But the interesting thing about it is that he put his comic books, like different issues, on one volume. He did it. He put like issue number 1, issue number 2, and issue number 3 on book one of his books. Now he got others coming as long. He got others that are already on the market right now, as far as on his website. I forgot his name, but if I can remember correctly, I know that the name of his company in his LLC is Black Sands Entertainment. Now I forgot what his name really was, but he did a great job in putting this story together, and you guys, it tells a story about a group of African young heroes that come from a royal dynasty, of course, in Egypt and everything. And he basically made a story out of it based on the things that he researched and the things that he found out about Egypt, and the Egyptians being black, which is historically true. Just all of these things. And so he has a book, and I had ordered this online, and it was a few months ago. I would say it was several months ago when I did order this book. Oh wait, here's his name. His name is Manuel Godoy. Yeah, Manuel Godoy. And the guy that was helping him, his name is David Linnerman. Now he may be the illustrator or something like that, but I'm telling you, I'm gonna show you this book right now. It is called Black Sands, The Seven Kingdoms. You guys, this is one great comic book right here. I'm telling you, when I read the first issue of it in this book, when I read the first issue of it, I was hooked on it, y'all. I really was, because it really just shows you a different point of view of how our people, are portrayed versus what we see in the media, and just all different kinds of mediums and television programs and books and graphic novels, all of these things, because for so many years we've been painted as a negative light. We're always being portrayed as thugs, criminals, gangsters, just all kinds of negative stuff that is simply not true. And unfortunately, some of our people succumbed to that, so they think that it's their culture, or it's their way of heritage for them. I don't know what the memo of that was, but it's not really the truth, And I do understand we're not Egyptians either, for those of us who are in this country, of course. And but nevertheless, the brother did a great job with his books, and those are the kind of companies that I will be supporting from now on. And I will use my time and my effort to support our people, because it's very crucial in this day and time. With all that is going on, with all what we're facing right now, it's very important. I believe that it's very important. It's high time for that. And we need to get back to loving one another. And I forgot one book right here. Now I had shared this on Facebook when I did one of my videos. You know, I don't normally do videos on Facebook like that, because it just, you know, of course, too many people get on your lives and, you know, they post all kinds of crazy stuff on there, and I have my share of them. But at the end of the day, I just don't care. I don't care what other people say. People gonna say things negative and things of that nature, and then yeah, I had people who posted positive things, you know. But in this particular video, I just decided to put this on YouTube and everything. And so, you guys, I really wanted to show you this because I haven't really just showed you this. But this one, and I love this book. This one was definitely written by a brother and his family. And his name is Antonio, and they have their names on here too. His name is Antonio Johnson. His wife's name is Tamika Johnson, and a guy named Terrence Johnson. And they both have a company called ADJ Design. And I just encourage you guys to support them in all that they're doing and everything, because they are making waves for people like me and other artists that are coming after them, you know. And so you guys, and not to mention the Hero Empowerment Center that is coming to Memphis, in which I'm going to talk about that after I get done with this one. But this is the book that I want to show you. It's called Bluff City Blues, you guys. You get that Bluff City Blues. Now, when I read this book, I'm telling you, I could not put this book down for no one or nothing. I was literally hooked on this book. I loved the way Antonio and his family did the artwork, you know, from the artwork to graphic designing and the illustration. I mean, just all of this kind of stuff. I mean, I could just even open up these books and just show you the beautiful artwork of it. And this is the story of two detectives who were solving a crime in Memphis, a heinous crime that took place in Memphis, where two girls, and one of the girls' parents had been attacked by a group of people who was not interested in robbing them, but just killing them, you know, in front of the children, and the children was running for safety, but it was too late. Even when they closed the little girl's door, they broke in and they basically blew their heads off. And these two cops were sent to detect, and you know how the police, they always send the detectives and everything, or the chief of police, or whoever is the head over the detectives, in the police department, they send them to solve a crime or solve a murder, especially in a heinous murder like that. And so, and it's very interesting, these two cops named Cooper, and I think the other guy's name was Johnson, if I'm not mistaken. Johnson and Cooper, they were like two peas in a pot. Like, they were best friends, but at the same time, they treated each other like they were brothers. They were more like brothers than they were friends, you know. But they knew that their job was critical, and Cooper was more so on the mission. Johnson was to a certain degree, but Cooper took it very seriously because he has a daughter, and he didn't want the same thing to happen to his daughter. So he went hell and high water to just solve that crime, and he wanted to get the perpetrators, the people that killed these people, that killed the children. You know, these two kids and their and one of the children's parents. He wanted to find out. Cooper wanted to find out who did this. You know, where are where are they located? You know, where is it that they hang out, and where are their whereabouts? You know, he wasn't taking nothing. And I'm telling you, this brother did a great job. Now, he wrote the story. Antonio wrote the story. And I believe his wife helped him as far as the drawing process, as far as the illustration and the artwork and the graphic design and all of these things. And I remember I had sat down and did an interview with them, and it was great. It was really great. despite of the technical difficulties of Zoom and all this other stuff. But I like the way the brother dropped some knowledge, and the knowledge, some of the knowledge that he gave me, I learned to, and I'm still learning to incorporate that with the type of work that I have a vision of doing, and how I want my characters to be and how to look like. And I believe that's one of the very reasons why, you know, I do support a work like this. A work like this, I support it. You know, same thing with Black Sands. I mean, I support Manuel Godoy and the people that are working with him, because they did a great job. I support them all the way. And I'm telling you, there are other things that and I'm gonna be collecting more of these. Now, the reason why I collected Black Panther was because after I heard the death of Chadwick Boseman, it did something to my soul right there. Like it really pushed me to wake up and just, you know, understand that even as a writer and an artist, to understand that, you know, our people have to be portrayed as heroes too, because we're not what the media and everybody else says that we are. You know, of course, we are the Most High's children, and as well, we are heroes, and we're unique, and we're different. You know, we're not what the media portrays us to be. You know, and so that's the reason why I make it my mission to support companies like this, and I will continue to do that. I will continue to make it my mission to do that, because I have ideas and things that are in the works right now. But I'd rather to keep that as a surprise for right now. But it's coming soon. I will let you know it's coming soon. The Kingdom of Judah Entertainment is coming soon, you guys. So so all I ask is that you wait and be patient. You know, wait and be patient for the time being, because there's a lot of work that I need to attend to, and a lot of what I have researched about comic book shops and things of that nature. You know, it's very rare that you will find just one. Like for me, I didn't even know they had one in Memphis. As many years as I stayed in Memphis and was born and raised in Memphis, I never known that there was a comic book store. I never knew that. I just thought it was just in big places like Los Angeles, California, and, you know, Dallas, Texas, and New York, and things of that nature. You know, I will, you know, you know, it's like people always consider me as being a nerd or a geek, but I like it. I like it, you know, because I'm different. You know, I'm different. I'm a writer. I love writing my stories. My stories tells a lot. It tells a lot. And trust me, the stories and the artwork that I'm currently working on, oh, trust me, it's going to be like no other comic book has ever written. And I'm not saying that to lift myself up. I'm saying it because it's the truth. I'm saying it because of the greatness I have on the inside. Talent, everything. From drawing to writing. I'm telling you, even though I got to practice on my drawing skills, because I have been off of it for a little while. But you know what though? I'm starting to learn. Thanks to very few people who came to drop that knowledge in my head. And I just really thank them for that. And I'll never forget, for as long as I live, I will never forget that moment that I went to that Power Academy Center. I'm really glad that I did. I'm really glad that I did. When I went to that Pop Evolution Culture and the Comic Con last year in September, I'm so grateful for that. I'm so grateful because I saw artists all over the world, not just our people, but all over the world. But nevertheless, what got me was our people. I never thought thought that our people would be interested in comics. And I saw some fascinating comics. Great comic book writers and artists that have a passion and a love of what they do. And I felt like I could just easily blend in because, and this was before I could discover that I could write a story. I never thought I could write a story. I never did. I always knew I could draw because it stemmed from my childhood. But I never thought I could write a story that tells it all. And I'm telling you, that's why I had post those the titles of my stories on Facebook. If you've been following me on Facebook, you would know that I had did these things. Yeah. I mean, but other than that, I admire the artists that came before me, especially so-called African American comic book writers and artists, because they really paved the way for us, even back in the 60s. And I had to even research that. I didn't know who half of these people were, because only thing that I had paid attention to was Marvel and DC Comics. I never paid attention, and then most of the times when we see Marvel Comics and movies and cartoons, we think about Stan Lee. But I never thought our people would be interested in comics. I never thought about that. I never thought about it like that, you know. But it stems back from the fact that nobody ever truly taught us about, you know, the creativity that we have on the inside of us. That we can do stories like this. And we can actually give the people something that they can look up to, including children who see heroes that look just like them. Now, shout outs to Liddell Beeman, who is the CEO and founder of Hero Empowerment Center. I cannot wait for the meeting that they're going to have, that they're doing like a virtual town meeting and everything. I cannot wait for the Hero Empowerment Center to be set up. Right now they're raising money to build this wonderful project that they have displayed even with their computer screen. But I cannot wait, and yes, I will continue to support that as well, because we need to come together. And I'm talking about our people. I'm talking about the so-called African Americans. I know we're not African Americans, but it's time for us to really come together and really love each other and support one another. To be honest, it's been time. It's been time for that. And so that's what I'm going to do. And I will make sure every day that I strive to do that, no matter what's going on in my life. You know, I know and understand that we have other things going on in our lives. I understand that sometimes life can get in the way where it kind of stops or puts us at a pause, but we shouldn't stop supporting each other. We shouldn't stop loving one another. We shouldn't stop caring for one another. And that's an urgent need, especially in our communities. That's a very urgent need. Because while other nations are thriving, we find ourselves in a vulnerable position. And that calls for a change on our part. And that can only come when we truly repent to the Most High and to each other. To the Most High Yah and to each other. And that's what I'm on the verge of doing. You know, and it's been time for that. And so, shout outs to you, Liddell Beeman, Marthias Wade, and Janet Wade. I can't leave you out. Shout outs to each and every one of you and the rest of the team, especially those of you who are there. The writers and the directors of Evolution Comics, things of that nature. I think, I don't know what their names are, but for the rest of the team, you guys did an awesome job. And even with the Power Academy Center, the Pop Culture Center, when you had Michael Jai White on there, I really enjoyed myself and I really had a great time. And not just because a celebrity came into town, but because the fact that I see heroes that looks like me. And when I went to when I went to the Power Academy Center, I saw a lot of comic books made out of black people. And we're portrayed in a positive light, a great light. And it's not only for us, but other nations are growing to like it. Little by little, they are. And although it's not mainstream yet, but slowly it's gonna get there. It's gonna get there. But I love it because, and I want to learn so much of how to just know how they just do the drawings and things of that nature, like to just make characters look like that. See, this is how I want my characters to look like right here, along with Black Panther and a few others. But I'm not saying I'm taking their ideas, but just to learn and to grow from there as far as my drawing skills, because I'm still practicing, you guys, and I can admit it can be hard sometimes, especially when you've been off the map of drawing for a little while. It can be challenging, but I'm up for the challenge. If I'm up for everything else, I can surely be up for this challenge. And writing as well. I love writing my stories. That's all I think about is writing my stories and creating characters and things of that nature. I love doing all of that stuff. And many things are in the works right now. The business, the comic book shops, all this stuff is in the works right now. Still got some other paperwork to file, to sign and fax over. And so, thanks to Swift Filings and thanks to my brother who did introduce me to Swift Filings. And because I didn't even know that they were like a corporation or organization like that. I didn't even know at the time. But I do thank him and I appreciate him for that. And yeah, I mean, this is where it's at for me, and I just want to spend the rest of my life being an inspiration to others, and especially the younger generation, because even with the comics that I am doing, I really want to be an inspiration, and that's my goal. And so, with that being said, that's pretty much about it. Anyways, you guys, I love you, and thank you for taking the time for watching this video. And shalom to you, to all of you who have watched this video, who took in the time to watch this video. I know it's like 28 minutes long, but I almost going on 29 minutes. But I thank you and I love you. And for those of you, the Heal the Hood Foundation team, thank you very much for all that you do. Thank you very much. Thank you for everything. I love you. Bye-bye.